Hey there, everybody. Matt Carter here.
And Jessica Carter from CARTERMATT.com.
We are back to discuss The Masked Singer after a couple weeks off the air because Fox decided that baseball is somehow more important than learning the identity of ridiculous celebrities in costumes. We had to take a break. But now we have two people unmasked last night. Lots of mystery, lots of intrigue. We'll still do some guesses, but I feel like we're kind of at the point in the show now where it's sort of more about who are we connecting with and who do we actually want to see possibly win The Masked Singer. And yes, Coco Vanderwolf is also here. But we'll talk about the mass unmaskings as we go along. But before we talk about anything else, including the identities of the Penguin and then also the Black Widow.
Oh, the Penguin.
I know, the Penguin is, I'm already sad. My collection of penguins over there are also very sad. We're sad in solidarity. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other updates. All right, let us start by saying goodbye to the Penguin. Our hearts are heavy. Our mood is sad.
Yes.
It's also true that the Penguin was probably the worst singer left on the show.
No offense to the Penguin, but we suspected that maybe the Penguin was going to be the next to go. And that was sad for Matt.
Yes.
Because Matt was very excited that there was a Penguin on the show. He is a Penguin enthusiast. He loves the Penguins. Our house is filled with penguins, so...
It was sad. I mean... Sometimes all good things must end, and I think also, Sherry Shepherd, I think if you were to talk to Sherry Shepherd, I think she would also say, you know what, I'm not the best singer out of this group, but Sherry Shepherd is also not a singer.
No, but she was having so much fun, and that's what made her so much fun to watch. So even though she may not have been the best singer, she was incredibly entertaining.
She was incredibly entertaining. I think she had fun the entire time that she was there. There's nothing more that we ask for people who are inevitably going to be gone from the show fairly soon. I still don't really get all the clues, to be honest. Like, I understand that it's Sherry, and it kind of seemed like that was the internet consensus.
Yeah, I didn't understand some of the clues with this, because it felt a lot more political than, I don't know a lot about Sherry, but the Not My Secretary, and I've been around a lot of presidents, and it felt like it was leaning in another direction.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Sherry was on The View, and I know The View sometimes will have presidential candidates and politics that are talked about that. And that's without even going into everything that was on The View today, which I'm not going to talk about. But anyway,
I have missed that.
It's okay. It's all right. All right. So.
Well, we're not that.
Yeah. Well, no. But anyway, the Penguin, Sherry, she's been around presidents, I guess. But the part of it about her saying her career was over. I've never felt like Sherry Shepherd's career was over. I've always felt like she can do things and she's still working and she's still funny.
Yeah, I just didn't, like I said, I don't know a lot about Sherry Shepherd, but I've never got that feeling that it was like a Kathy Griffin and what she did and all of a sudden her career is over kind of thing. Like... And even for Kathy Griffin, I don't think it's over. But when that happened, everyone was saying, oh, it's over for her and all that. So when I think about Sherry Shepherd, she doesn't fit into that idea that she's done something and now her career is over.
Yeah, it just never made that much sense to me. But, I mean, the part of it about her having... notable exes or that sort of drama. She's had some of that play out in the tabloid. So, I mean, I do get that part of it. I get the comedy club part of it. But anyway, it is Sherry Shepherd. I mean, who are we to try to justify the clues that they're giving us or not giving us?
Yeah.
We may just not know enough about Sherry Shepherd, and that may really be the problem here.
But that's okay, because I've learned a little more about Sherry Shepherd on here, and she was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So...
She was.
So that was good for me. I got to get to know her.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the people, the masked figures in this first episode. There were some fun ones in here, including the Rottweiler, who I don't really know what they're getting at with a lot of the clues with the Rottweiler, because it's sort of like, okay, they're they're in a band or they're a boy band member, they've performed in a group, they're used to that, they have a musical theater background to some degree. And, you know, one of the things I noticed in tonight's episode is they really tried to just, like, drop all these obviously fake clues in a lot of the different packages.
Yeah, and I'm starting to feel like it's because, obviously, we're in a time where you can Google people and you can compare voices and stuff like that, and it makes it a little bit easier to figure out who people are. You can Google people's clues, so it helps to, I guess, throw in a couple fakers in there.
Yeah, let's
a couple burner clues.
Okay, let's throw something out here, as this is a new rule. If you're a burner clues, as in if you hear somebody's title to a song in a clue montage, there's a 99% chance that that's not going to be who is under the mask.
Probably not.
I mean, I'll admit, when Rottweiler said Love Runs Out at the end of it, and then I didn't know he was going to sing Love Runs Out immediately after, I was like, oh, okay, so they're trying to tell me that it's Ryan Tedder, and I mean, I actually really love One Republic, so I was like, okay, if you want to be Ryan Tedder, and I've heard enough Ryan Tedder to know that it kind of sounds a little like his voice, but not completely. I still have a crazy thought that maybe it's John Stamos, because I feel like John Stamos has musical theater in his veins.
Yeah.
He's performed a little bit with the Beach Boys here or there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that sort of history. I mean, it does sound like it's somebody who is probably more used to performing than John Stamos.
Yeah.
But, you know, how are you feeling about the Rottweiler right now?
Well, as far as if I think they're going to go far in the competition, I think they'll stick around for a little while. I was feeling a little stronger about them in their first performance. This performance was okay, but then when I heard some of the other singers that came out in this group, I don't know how long they're meant for the show.
Yeah, I think they'll be around for probably a couple more episodes. I could kind of pinpoint in my head, okay, they're probably going to outlast this person and this person. I mean, I'm reasonably invested in the Rottweiler, but at the same time, I don't feel like I have the same emotional connection to him that I have a lot of the other people who are on the show right now. And that brings us into the Ladybug, who I feel like I'm reasonably invested into the Ladybug, even though I kind of don't think the Ladybug is going to last all that long.
No, I don't think so either. This is another person that I feel like has a decent voice, but when you put Ladybug up against the Flower, there's no competition.
Yeah, and I mean, this is another one. They put in there a Pieces of Me clue, so they're obviously trying to make everyone think it's Ashley Simpson.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that going around online.
Yeah, and we came up with a lot of just interesting theories in the video we did about the Ladybug.
Yeah, and we'll link that below for you. If you want to find out more of who we think it might be, we'll link that for you below.
Yeah, and I mean, they had Best Host as an award. She used to sing rather often, and this is sort of coming back into that realm.
Yep.
I'm still sticking with Kelly Osbourne from my very first thing, because I think Kelly Osbourne has been a host of a lot of red carpet shows.
Yeah, she has.
I don't know if she's won any awards, used to sing. I don't know if she sang altogether recently.
Yeah.
But I like the Ladybug,
Yeah,
just in terms of, I think her personality is fun, and I think this was probably a better vocal, at least than the last time we heard her.
Yeah, it was, and it was nice to see her be a little less nervous coming into this.
All right, so are you ready for the one that should be making all of America collectively clueless?
I'm completely clueless on the tree. She has got me stumped.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Now, usually it's me making the puns.
That's right. No, this one really does have me fooled. I do not know who this is, but that voice, wow, holy smokes, she can sing.
She's really good, and not only that, she's really good. She seems to move around the stage really well. I think she's really embracing the idea of what this show is, and I kind of want her to stay for a while because I don't think The Masked Singer is just about guessing who's under the mask. I think, you know, over time we kind of figure a lot of that out, and it's sort of about kind of getting invested in these people, but I do like having someone around for a long time who a lot of people don't know who they are, just because it adds a little bit of intrigue. We know that they're famous for like one day of the year.
Yep.
But then they keep bringing up, like, all these food things, and this is sort of like, okay, and then they're a really, really good singer.
Yeah, this one I really like having around because, like you said, there is so many people are like, oh, the Ladybug is this person, and the Rottweiler's this person. Nobody's really able to do that with the tree, so it's kind of nice to have that one person on here that is just nobody really knows.
Yeah, and I've tried a lot to think about, like, who would be a really, really famous singer who also is known for just, like, one holiday. And I was just I can't really think of one specific name because it's like, yeah, Mariah Carey has arguably the most popular Christmas song of the last 20 years. But Mariah Carey, I don't think anyone thinks, oh, there's that Christmas artist, Mariah Carey, otherwise known as one of the biggest singers of all time.
It's true, but people do think of Mariah Carey. That is definitely one of the things that they think of. But how fun would that be to have Mariah Carey on the show where Nick Cannon's hosting us? I just don't feel like this is where it's going.
No, but that would be fun. And then I was like, okay, I know Jessica Simpson's into a lot of, like, fashion, and I think she may have done some culinary stuff here or there. I don't remember exactly, but it doesn't sound like Jessica Simpson's voice. It's just like, I even thought about, like, in the first time we talked about the tree, I tried to, like, go through all of these various different, like, Hallmark Channel movie people.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, there are people on the Hallmark Channel who do, like, 20 movies around Christmas.
Yep.
I know Candace Cameron Bure is one of them, but she's also known for Fuller House, and I don't think you think of Fuller House as just, like, a one holiday sort of thing, so it doesn't really apply there either.
And they've revealed now that the food thing is more of they're a food ambassador, so I'm not sure. Tree, I'm clueless. I'm not even going to make a guess anymore with this one for this particular video because this has got me completely clueless. I don't know.
Yeah, and I tried to go through, okay, Rachael Ray. Okay, it doesn't sound like Rachael Ray. She's got a voice that I think her singing voice would sound a lot like her speaking voice. And then I was like, okay, is it like Ray Drummond? Am I just going to, like, name every single person on the Food Network? I don't think that's going to really get me anywhere.
Yeah.
So instead, my brain is just going to go timber over the tree.
That's right. We're stumped. I'm bringing that back.
All right, here we go. But that's fine. We'll go now into the flower who loves Kings of Leon. French flag was everywhere in this. They tried to throw all these weird hints that made, like, zero sense to me.
Yeah, the number 13, no vocal lessons. They have definitely been trying to throw some stuff in there because a lot of people think it's Patti LaBelle, and it sounds like Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, it's Patti LaBelle.
And so all these things that they're throwing in there, they're throwing in some burner clues there to try to throw everybody off.
Here's the Masked Singer strategy for Patti LaBelle because they know there is zero chance that they can ever disguise Patti LaBelle's voice. They might as well just, like, throw things that aren't even remotely related to her into the clue package.
Yep.
It's like, oh, here's a PlayStation. Here's a Krispy Kreme donut. Here is, like, a sign for, like, some random town in Washington State.
Yeah.
Just, you might as well. I mean, how far do you think Patti LaBelle is going to go on The Masked Singer?
Pretty far. I could see her as a winner. It's Patti LaBelle. Like, I can't see her. That's why I'm saying, like, yeah, the Ladybug is great and fun and everything, but you put her up against Patti LaBelle, and it's not even close.
That's sort of the thing. And I also feel like it's kind of like Gladys Knight, where you have somebody who is that legendary. It feels almost hurtful if you send them out before the finale.
Well, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just like, you're sending Patti LaBelle out before the finale?
Yeah, but The Masked Singer, again, it feels like it's not only about the voice. It does feel about stage presence, and it feels about the fun people are having with it. And, we're not going to get into the leopard right now, but that idea of people that are having fun.
Yeah, and, this brings me to the fox. I'm having so much fun with the fox.
Yep.
I mean, I found his package to be a little moving in a weird sort of way because it was just sort of like him talking about, and I think I always gravitate to, like, the misfits who are on this show as a fellow misfit, and just that, okay, this is somebody who's never really felt like they were accepted and they had to pretend to be other people. It was sort of like there was a time in my life I tried to hide that I had a Texas accent because I thought people would make fun of me.
A time in your life? You still do that?
Well, I'm so used to not doing it now.
Now it's just gone.
Yeah, but like there was a time when I would try to not talk like this anywhere near as much.
Well, and unless you're really tired. When he's really tired, it just comes out.
Yeah, and so it's just one of these sort of things. So it's like I related a lot to the fox and his story of how he tried so much to pretend to be other people. But the weirdest thing to me, though, about the fox is I still want to believe that it's Wayne Brady, just because, Wayne Brady does a lot of different things. I know he can sing. I know he can dance. The fox's dance break, on another level, best dance break by far in the history of The Masked Singer. Yeah. I love Wayne Brady so much, and I'd be so happy if it's him. But I also don't really get the clue about, he's so used to being in costume, because it's like, well, let's make a deal. Wayne Brady, the gimmick is that other people show up in costumes.
That's right.
It's not so much Wayne Brady.
That's right.
So
and for me, all these superhero clues, I know I've heard everybody online talking about, oh, well, he's been cast in Black Lightning or whatever. Okay, but that's not something that Fox is going to know about. And I don't mean like Fox, him as the Fox. I'm talking about the network. Like, we're talking about a different network that hadn't released that information yet. I don't think that the CW is going to be that generous to give out casting information during a time when another show is filming, to be like, yeah, sure, throw that in your package.
Yeah, because that was probably months before it came out.
And who knows if he was even, what the timing was on that. Was he even cast in that when they were filming Masked Singer? It's just, and the amount of time that they're putting into this superhero stuff with this character, Wayne Brady, when I think about superheroes and supervillains, Wayne Brady isn't even on the radar for this. So that's why I'm leaning more into people like a Hugh Jackman or a Jesse Eisenberg, I guess is how you say his last name, and I may be screwing that up, or a Jamie Foxx, or someone who's actually known for superhero stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, Jamie Foxx has appeared in Spider-Man movie. I mean, he was a villain, but so was Jesse Eisenberg.
Well, but the thing about Jesse Eisenberg with the whole he can hide his voice thing, a lot of people, what they don't know about him is that he went to school for singing and musical theater and all that type of stuff. And because it's something that he's not known for, this is then something that comes into his clues. I'm not buying Wayne Brady. I can hear why people think that it's him, but I'm not in that camp.
I am living in that camp. We have a campfire going. We're toasting some marshmallows. We're having a good time.
Then you need to give me why this superhero stuff matches, because maybe he might dress up once on Let's Make a Deal or whatever is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he is a comic book fan and that's kind of what it is, but... okay, or he's done some voice acting or something like that. Because there's a lot of voice actors who've done stuff in superhero, like, those direct-to-DVD movies and all that sort of stuff. But let us move to hour 2 of The Masked Singer. We have another unmasking. There's not a lot of time that needs to be spent on the fact that the Black Widow was Raven-Symone, because I feel like everyone in the known world knew that this was probably who it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of... Here's what I want to talk about. Let's grab the tinfoil hat here for a moment. I do not believe that the Black Widow was the worst performer in this episode.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with that as well, because I just don't think that she was.
Did they mercy kill the Black Widow from The Masked Singer because Raven-Symone broke her arm?
Yes.
I feel like they might have. I feel like that is kind of what happened here, where it's sort of like, you know what? This is probably not the best for your health, that you're wandering around on stage in a costume that you could easily fall and break your arm further in.
Yeah, this isn't Dancing with the Stars, where you have Lauren Elena going out there with a broken rib, and now she's got 3 of them, and she's still, like, dancing around and breaking more. Like, this is The Masked Singer. They want to make sure people are okay. Not that the Dancing with the Stars doesn't. That's her choice to continue on. But these costumes are very cumbersome, and they've said they have a hard time seeing. And sometimes you do see people having to be led out on stage because they're just so big and hard and difficult to deal with. So broken arm may have sent her out.
Yeah, it's possible. I think Raven-Symone, I think she seemed pretty happy with things overall. I think she enjoyed her time there. I didn't know Raven-Symone was as good of a singer as I heard tonight.
Yeah, she's quite good.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive. I mean, I don't know what's going to come next for Raven-Symone after all of this. It's sort of like, I'm really curious what the Masked Singer does for people's careers, because it's sort of like, nobody really knows it's you for the majority of it, so I don't know if they're retroactively going to be like, oh, I really want to go see this person in concert because I enjoyed them in a costume.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I don't know, I haven't been craving to buy tickets to see T-Pain, even though I love the monster.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, I don't know what comes next for her, but let's get into these people. The Thingamajig, this was the first time I kind of felt like the Thingamajig wasn't amazing. I thought he was okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
I think the whole leaning into the Nicole romance thing, it's just like, all right, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. Now everybody's leaning into all over Nick Cannon as well, which, I don't know, man. I'm falling away from the Thingamajig. As much as I like the first go around, I'm a little less hot for the Thingamajig.
Yeah, I mean,
the singing was okay, but all this stuff with Nicole's a little cheeseball.
Yeah, and this was the first time I felt like I could tell that he wasn't really a professional singer. I thought his vocals kind of went off a little bit here or there, but he talked about loving candy and gummy worms, and he also apparently dips his shoes in something, which I did not understand that at all.
Yeah, again with these clues, I do not know what is going on with this.
I don't understand. I still think it's Victor Oladipo, just because everything else that we've seen, it's all been kind of obvious.
And that's all great and everything, but why is he dipping his shoes in caramel? Like, I don't really understand what is happening with these clues. They really are feeling like they're trying to just throw in nonsense.
There might be maybe it's like some sort of weird pregame ritual, because a lot of athletes do really weird stuff before the game. It's like there's a basketball player, Steph Curry, who shoots baskets from behind the goal and all these other weird things that you would never do in the game. So
right, but there's throwing baskets when you're a basketball player from behind it, and then there's taking your shoe and dipping it in hot caramel.
Maybe it makes him extra sweet.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really know. But Thingamajig, I think he probably will be gone before too long, just because of the fact that I don't know if you're Patti LaBelle to actually lose to an NBA player who is not a singer by trade.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Like, you're going to put the Thingamajig up against a tree or against Patti LaBelle. I mean, no, it's just not going to work out.
Yeah. And then we have the Butterfly, who they really want us to think it's Leona Lewis, because they had the bleeding love thing that was thrown in there, mentioning the Brit Awards. It's like, okay, it's not Leona Lewis, obviously, because you guys are pushing that really, really hard.
Yeah, they are.
And then you have the weird clues of her forensic kit, a car salesperson. We know that they've been involved with the church. We know that they've been involved with London. I don't know who this is, but I feel like they're a strong candidate to be the most interesting person in the world.
Yeah, when they were starting to throw in forensics kit and car salesman, I was starting to feel like they have been an actress, and that there's something there, and that's where these things are coming in.
Let's talk about the Michelle Williams thing, because this was brought up by a number of people on the show.
Yep. And off the show.
And off the show. That has definitely been one that is out there.
Yeah.
I think there's a good case for it. I mean, admittedly, I didn't listen to that much Destiny's Child back in the day. I know Beyonce's voice. I kind of know Kelly Rowland's voice, but I couldn't identify Michelle Williams' voice right away. So it's hard for me to really make an accurate guess one way or another if it's really her.
Yeah.
But, I guess it could.
Yeah, I guess it could. I'm not that familiar with her voice either, but a lot of these clues, they're really throwing them around.
Yeah, they're just really, I think, just trying to mess with people, to trick us, and whatever else. But let's get to the leopard.
My favorite.
Your favorite.
My favorite.
Possibly my favorite as well. I mean, there are a number of things that are musically strange about me. One of them is I love half of Katy Perry's music, and I dislike fully another half of Katy Perry's music.
Oh, I love all of Katy
Okay,
Perry's music.
see, I don't...
And that's saying something, because anyone who knows me, I'm stuck in a time warp.
Yeah.
I only listen to 50s and 60s music, and I don't listen to anything that's new, but I do listen to Katy Perry.
Yeah, but anybody who does a good cover of Teenage Dream, I'm all in on, but it's California Girls, and it's okay, no, I've had enough.
Oh, I love that.
I know, it's they're from the same album, I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyway, the leopard, I love his presence. I love how into the character he is. I love how, I like it when, like, older singers do Teenage Dream because it is, like, a song that's, like, supposed to, I guess, be so nostalgic.
It's true. He did a good job. Seal, you did a good job.
Okay, you know it's Seal.
Oh, it's Seal. There's no doubt about it for me. I don't know who a lot of these people are on this, and there's a lot of people that have me lost like the tree.
Yep.
But this is Seal. I feel it in my heart. I've listened to Kissed by a Rose like a billion times growing up. That's his voice. All the clues, yeah, they're all matching up and it all makes sense and that's fine, but I don't need the clues. It's him.
Is Seal
You're welcome.
Is Seal a photographer?
Yes.
Is he? Okay.
There are some things with him and photography that he does like doing. It's not, I don't think he's a professional photographer, but it's something that he really likes. There's all I ran with different packs and he was a foster kid and just, there is so much there. Even Nick being like, oh, a kiss from a leopard. It's him. It's him. It's him. And I'm really excited about it. Makes it even more exciting for me because I love Seal and he's so dramatic in this character and everything. He's gotta be the winner.
See, okay.
I'm rooting for him. I love him.
I do like how they're like really trying to push that it's Billy Porter. Like they showed Pose and like all this. It's just like Billy Porter is so obvious a guess that I just don't think there's any way in the world it's Billy Porter.
Well, the other thing it's that one clue about him being in different packs growing up and stuff like that. So I did go and see if Billy Porter was maybe he had been adopted or anything like that. And it wasn't there. So I see why people want to go with it, and I see why they're trying to push it in that with the pose and the cameras, because it is so obviously Seal, like that they want to throw in these clues, and I get it.
I'm still not running fully from my guess that it's Taye Diggs.
No, you're wrong.
I might be wrong, but I just feel like I don't know about Seal's history, like as a performer or an actor or somebody because it sounds as though the leopard has done other things beyond singing.
And I don't know about any of that either. Yeah, that if Seal's done acting or anything like that, all I know is that voice is so distinct.
Yeah, and I will concede that it does sound a lot like Seal. But I also think Taye Diggs kind of sounds a little bit like Seal as well when he sings. So that's kind of where I am.
I haven't heard much of Taye Diggs singing.
If we're gonna have a final three, I think this is a good final three to me. You have the fox, you have the leopard, and then you have the flamingo. I know I just did not put Patti LaBelle into the top three, and that's probably gonna get me destroyed by the internet. But like,
no, the flamingo was really quite good too, and I don't know why you don't have the tree in there, but here we are.
Well, I feel like I'm the most like it's the combination of being invested in the story and then invested in the singing. I mean, I might trade the flamingo down the road for either the tree or Patti LaBelle, which I'm not even calling her the flower anymore.
She's not even a flower anymore. She's just Patti LaBelle.
I mean, I loathe listening to songs from The Greatest Showman on performance shows because I have heard them a million times.
I know it.
I have never seen The Greatest Showman, but I feel like I know the full movie at this point. This was still a really incredible performance of Never Enough. Like, they don't do slow songs on The Masked Singer very often. I think it's because it's kind of like a happy show, but like she hit those notes and it was just like the character. Here we are. What is going on with their lives? Like, I have these sort of like existential crises sometimes watching this show where I'm like, I'm sitting here watching someone in a flamingo costume perform a ballad from a Hugh Jackman movie.
That you don't want to listen to for the 100th time.
Yeah, and yet I'm like, they're really good. I'm kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, they were very good. I can see the flamingo going to the end.
I don't mean this as an insult to Adrienne Bailon because I don't know anything about her really.
I don't either.
But is Adrienne Bailon this good of a singer? Like, I don't know. I don't know her, and that's why I've thought it might be like Lauren Jareggi from Fifth Harmony, especially because she spoke a little Spanish. Lauren Jareggi's parents are from Cuba. Like,
Is she a YouTuber as well?
That's the part of it I don't really know fully. And I mean, I know she and Fifth Harmony have been on YouTube, obviously.
Yeah, but everybody's been on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now.
It's true. And I mean, I am not a makeup guru, so guess what, everyone? I am not the Flamingo. So, I mean, Adrienne Bailon has been on YouTube.
Yep.
It's probably a better guess than mine. But I think this could be the final three: the Flamingo, the Fox, and also the Leopard.
I think it could be. It could be. But I would switch out probably. I hate to say it. I love the Leopard, but I feel like the tree's going to end up being there. That voice is wild.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that either. But I guess we've reached the end of the road, unless you want to spend a lot of time talking about how the Flamingo decided to try to unmask Nick Cannon's butt while also unmasking herself.
Everybody was unmasking Nick Cannon's butt last night. I don't know what is going on with that.
I have no idea.
But it needs to stop. Everybody doesn't need to be that.
We've seen it.
Yes, we've seen it. We've been there. Everybody seems to have been there now, so let's all move on.
All right. What did you guys think about the 2 hours of The Masked Singer? We had obviously a lot to get through here.
Yep.
Give me your thoughts, your guesses, your ideal final three in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking that link in the description to the CARTERMATT store. And we'll see you here next time.